Hey, this is Mark, and I'm going to be doing Touch IC repair today on the iPhone 6 Plus, of course. It's always the 6 Plus. So let's have a look at what we're working with here. Look at that. Somebody's left me a surprise. They have come up with their own solution, which is, let's just jam some shit behind the logic board. That'll work, right? It's sad because, like this, it's just a little piece of like cardboard paper from a cigarette pack or something. You know that there's shops out there that are just jamming a piece of cardboard behind the logic board and charging their customer for that, and and calling it repair. Yeah, it's not repair. That is a douchebag move. Don't do that, people. Alright, so let's see, I gotta find my Touch ICs. Just got a new batch in from Jason Gann at microsolderingsupply.com. He's a great supplier for this kind of stuff. If you guys are wondering where to buy the chips and connectors and all that, I highly recommend my buddy Jason at microsolderingsupply.com. Alright. So one thing that we've been trying out lately is it started to seem like maybe it is Mason that fails more often than Cumulus. So I'm kind of doing a test run of just replacing Mason to see, what kind of effect that has on warranty and returns. This particular repair tends to have a higher rate of warranty than anything else you're going to be doing. So, this ball right here is the one that mostly fails. And the theory is that perhaps Cumulus isn't really necessary, or at least most of the time it isn't. We can see, like, if I poke at that ball, it's not moving anywhere. But if look at that, that's moving. So, yep, see, completely disconnected. And at first it wasn't completely disconnected. It was still kind of hanging by a thread. So it's good to check that, and at this point now I know that pad is compromised. It's not even there anymore. So I can go ahead and place a jumper there, and that should, along with replacing the IC itself, that should mean that I don't ever see this phone again, or at least not until the person throws it against the wall or something, and then sends it back in for warranty work. So that's the plan for this one, is we're just going to replace Mason, and we're going to place that jumper there. And I've even considered just placing a jumper there every time, whether it seems like it needs it or not, just because it really is starting to seem like the failure of that pad could be, the majority of Touch IC problem in the 6. And it's not that much extra work to just go ahead and place this jumper. So some people expose the whole trace. I I just exposed the end here. Other people will run it all the way down to I believe it's this guy that it goes to, one of the pins over here. Run a long jumper. But I think I like to run it like this. Alright, so what I want to do is tin some of the end of this wire. Enough to kind of make a new little pad for the ball to sit on. I need to tin these tweezer tips too. Alright, and then tin a spot a little farther up the wire, and then tack it down right there. And now I'm just basically going to make a new pad, and you may notice you might notice that I soldered that jumper to ground right there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, right. You may notice I'm not running directly from, straight from the point where I tacked it down across to the pad. And the reason for that is because, two reasons really. One, I want to keep some slack in this jumper, so I'm running it across and then down. And then once the chip is placed there, that'll, give some ability to flex. Because the really inherent design flaw in the 6S or the 6 Plus is that it's just a bendy phone. So by doing this, I'm kind of allowing it to be a bendy phone and not damage my work. If I just ran a straight jumper as short as I could, I would risk it breaking farther down the line. And the other reason is just so that it doesn't short out on another pad. So I'm just tacking this wire down in a couple of different spots, so that when I place the chip, it doesn't want to move as much. Alright, so everything looks good to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and place this new chip. always nervous about placing these chips with the jumper. I usually get it on the first try, but it's always a pain in the ass if I don't. Let's see if that jumper is placed. Yes, it is. And just wiggle it back and forth till it breaks off, and it is good to go. Sometimes it lifts up from the spot that I tacked it down. Not often, but sometimes. It can be a real pain to get it stuck down again. But no problem with that this time. Alright. I think we can give this a test now. Man, another late night. $6 a.m. Oh, that's crazy. Got lightsabers. I'm guessing this must be jailbroken. That's cool. It's certainly taking its time booting up. There we go. There we go. And touch is working. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.